Hey everyone, okay, so today we have two brand new palettes from Charlotte Tilbury, and these are brand new. And technically it's one, well, they're both brand new, but one is a new color. Oh, I'm gonna start again because this is nonsense. Two brand new palettes from Charlotte Tilbury, but one is a reworking of an old palette. So let's make a start. We'll start with the brand new one, which is Queen of Glow. And this is what it looks like. And it is a beautiful goldy plum palette. And I'm going to do the swatches in a minute, but the one thing too that I will mention is that the textures are different, they've changed. And next up we have the reworked palette, and this is the reworking of the Rebel palette. Now you may remember the Rebel palette, this is the old one, looked like this. It was a green palette, and it is, there's no point in pretending it was probably the least best-selling palette, just because it's, you don't often see people with green eyeshadow that often compared to your browns and your taupes, and you know what I mean. So it was kind of always going to be a hard palette, and it's now been reworked and looks like this, which is much more wearable. And it is a gold khaki color scheme now. And again, the textures have changed. So let me show you the two in comparison to each other. They are miles apart. So let me get a brush, we'll do some swatching, and then I'll talk to you about the differences in texture. So we'll be swatching on my face, and on my face has a tiny bit of foundation and of course powder. And that means that when the eyeshadows grab, they grab the same way they probably would on the eyelid, not on the arm. Absolute nonsense. So we'll start with the Queen of Glow palette. Now, all the shades, the matte shades are very pigmented, and they are a little bit different from the other formulas that these now have more pigment, but the shimmer shades and the celestial have changed. The shimmer shades are incredibly shiny, very shimmery, and the celestial shade now has more of a, it's more metallic-y than it was that kind of ethereal glitter kind of sparkle that we had before. So we'll start where we start. And we'll start right here. Should have brought a mirror, but I didn't. So that's the first shade. Let me just go back there. So now we'll do the prime, which will stroke right here. So you can see that they have this, they're really gold. And then we'll go for this beautiful, and this is a beautiful color. It's kind of this sort of plummy shade here, which is just lovely. And the celestial shade, what I'll do is I'll use my finger and we'll swatch that right down here. So if you can see, the texture of this is different now. No longer have we got that kind of beautiful kind of diaphanous effect that the celestial shades are known for. Now it's much more of a metallic pigment. So just clean my little brush off, and then we will start on the new palette, which is the Rebel palette. So we'll start with the highlight shade. And I'll apply this, look at me using it as a mirror. We'll apply right here. So this is the prime shade, and it has a very kind of gold effect to it. There's a real difference in color. So now we'll move on to the green. Now this is the most intense green in the palette, and it comes across as green. But the next one, this shade here, is really similar to other shades, and very similar to Tati's one, which is it's matte, but it has a sparkle in it without affecting, without giving it that really emollient feel. So generally it's matte, but it has glitter infused or without, or shimmer, depending on how you want to view it. And then of course we have the celestial shade, which again has altered and is now this kind of more of this metallic kind of shine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pop on this clean side the original Rebel palette, so you can kind of see the difference. So that's the highlight shade for the Rebel, and then we'll move on to the prime and the enhance. Oh, it's not easy when you don't have a mirror in front of you. So, well, yeah, that showed up well, didn't it? And then we're going to use the deeper green. So as you can see, the pigment has been much improved, because I always found the Rebel palette slightly problematic anyway. And then we've got the True Celestial from that palette. And this is a True Celestial. So it's kind of a mixed bag, right? Because there is no doubt that the new Rebel palette is so much better. It's much more beautiful. The only thing I'm missing is the True Celestial. I prefer a True Celestial than this kind of metallic effect, but the textures have been improved tremendously. If you're looking for shiny eyeshadows, you can't go wrong here. And they are truly pretty. The Queen of Glow is beautiful because you've got that combination of shimmer, but you have the matte shade, which kind of balances everything out. Otherwise, things can get very overwhelming very, very quickly. Now, who will these appeal to? Most people, to be quite honest with you, I think. The shade, I'm not a fan of greens in general, but this is a really good palette. So much so that I've ordered 4 more just in case, even though this is a permanent edition. I do not know if Queen of Glow is a permanent edition, but I'm not sure. I'd like it to be. And one other thing that I would like to see is when new palettes are released like these, say Queen of Glow for an example, I'd like to see it become part of the main collection. So you see a brand new look for it, including the blusher and highlighter and lipstick and pencil and all the rest that complete the look, so we can get the full look, because the looks are really important. They take out the guesswork and the confusion for a lot of people, and that's what I'd like to see. But it's a massive improvement over the old Rebel palette, which is now done and dusted and out of, it's gone. Oh, it's gone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.